yeah. You don't want to get me mad, man. Ticket TV live streams, like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Lions Den basketball community. Salute to A-Weapon, see Rep Midlife Music. You don't want to get me mad. Don't come in my comment section telling me, hey, man, why you got to keep talking about this? Y'all don't say nothing when we do 100 videos talking about LeBron James. So you're not finna get mad about this. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. If Steve Ballmer, who just sat up here and did this lame-ass interview on ESPN where everybody is in the comment section calling him a liar, straight up, these people think that he's straight lying through his teeth. I'm going to tell y'all like this. If it comes to find out that they're found guilty, the NBA should ban him for life as an owner, because that would have meant he went on national TV and not only lied, but got caught lying as an owner. See, they can punish all these players. They can have stipulations and all these different things for all these players. But when are we going to hold, let me say this again, when are we going to hold the owners accountable? That is the question I think that we need to be asking everybody. When are we going to hold the owners accountable for their actions? The owners should be held accountable for their actions. This man don't went on ESPN, and I'm going to play the interview right now. He don't did an interview on ESPN denying and basically calling out this report, which Pablo Torre dropped receipts. And I want y'all to hear what he had to say. Let's get into it. If he lied, if it's proven, and the NBA comes back and it's proven that they lied, bro, he needs to be removed as an owner because he cannot be trusted. He sat up there. That would have meant he sat up there and lied through his teeth if the NBA finds out that through their investigation that the Clippers committed wrongdoing.
On Wednesday, podcaster Pablo Torre published a report that the Clippers circumvented the NBA salary cap because Kawhi Leonard had a no.
And you call him a podcaster, Ramona Shelburne. He's a journalist. He's one of the real journalists, not like you guys who sit over here and slobber over all these people all the time and don't do no real damn work. Pablo Torre is a real damn journalist. Let's get that 100 right now. So you come out talking about podcasting. Nah, he's the last of a dying breed. Hold these suckers to the fire.
Show contract with a company that Clippers owner Steve Ballmer was an investor in. Steve, thanks for joining us to discuss all of this.
I really appreciate you giving me a chance. I look forward to it. Up front, I want to say one thing very clearly. We, the Clippers, have abided by the salary cap circumvention rules because that's the right thing to do. And we have done that. I happen, for what it's worth, to think it's a very important rule in terms of promoting competitiveness and equal playing field across the league. But whether I agreed with it or not, it's the rule. And we've absolutely abided by that.
Let's stop right there. Whether I agree with it or not. What do you mean whether you agree with it or not? You don't believe that the game should have a competitive balance? You don't believe that the game should have a salary cap so that teams don't have a competitive balance over other teams, which means your money, since you're the richest owner in the league, would have advantages over other teams? Mr. Man, see, I'm going to ask all these real questions. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to get them softballs like Ramona Shelburne set up here and did. I'm going to tell you to you straight, they cut it with baking soda. Let's get to it.
So how do you define that rule against salary cap circumvention?
Well, there's obviously writing in the league rule book on this, but I can make it really simple. We cannot pay a player anything beyond what's in his standard player contract, and we cannot cause anybody else to pay the player what's beyond their standard contract. And that would include, for example, sponsors, endorsers. That is verboten. We can't do that, and we didn't, certainly in this instance. I mean, we can have sponsors. Players can do endorsement contracts. We can do sponsorship deals with the same companies that they do endorsement contracts. We cannot have any involvement in their negotiation with the companies who sponsor them. We didn't in this case, and we never have.
So we know everything about.
So let's get to that part right there. He acknowledges he knows the rules. So that's another reason why this dude should be out of here, bro, if they're found guilty. If they're found guilty, he should be removed as an owner, because that means he would have came on national TV, admitted he knows the rules, and straight up lied.
Steve, in your initial response to the podcast from Pablo Torre, You guys said that these allegations are provably false. So how do you prove that?
And Ramona's disgusting. She calls the man a podcaster knowing damn well the man is in her field. Ramona Shelburne could be out of her job tomorrow, and where is she going to be? On YouTube doing a podcast. Does that mean she's not a journalist? No. That's yellow journalism. That's disgusting, Ramona Shelburne, that you would do that. As many years as you got in the business. But I already know. You guys, like I said, the good old boys network. But it's getting busted open now because what happens is that you got guys online who do real damn journalism. Shout out to Pablo Torre.
Well, if you start and think, let's pick up from the point about what the rules are. You say, okay, we know what the rules are. Was there an exception made in terms of our relationship with Aspiration? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a company that I got to know, frankly, through them approaching us about a sponsorship deal. My family and I were super keen to do work to stem climate change. We think that's an important thing. I was in the process of even changing the design of Intuit Dome so that we could be carbon neutral. And then we meet this company that focuses in on an aspect of carbon neutrality. To me, it seemed like a match, kind of made in heaven, if you will. And then they offered us an unbelievable sum of money, $330 million. That by itself, one of the biggest sponsorship deals ever done. And it wasn't naming rights. We had turned them down on the naming rights deal because we liked Intuit, blah, 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 blah. But they didn't offer even more money. So we had a fantastic deal with a company that fit with stuff we care about personally. And because I was enthusiastic, I read their business plan. Remember, they defrauded me. They defrauded many others.
They defrauded you, but you're supposed to be one of the richest men in the world. You're the richest man in the NBA, the richest owner in the league, but they defrauded you, right? So now you throwing them under the bus, man. Bro, if I'm that dude who got caught up in that shit, man, bro, I'm telling everything, bro. I'm telling everything. This dude just threw me under the bus on national TV. Straight up, bro. Bro, that other dude is he's facing the feds right now. The dude that's in that company, over $248 million. And this man goes on national TV talking about something. They defrauded me. They defrauded Are you crazy? Let's keep going.
Investors much bigger than me. But I read the business plan and said, hey, this makes sense to support them, to support us. We made an investment in the company. So all fine. I had no control over this company. That is important, actually, under the salary cap rules.
So if you had no control over the company, why did Kawhi's contract say the contract only continued as long as he played with the Clippers? And his New Balance contract for his shoes ain't gonna say, hey man, his New Balance contract only is for if he plays with the Clippers. If Kawhi Leonard has the McDonald's contract, it's not gonna say, hey man, this contract is only if Kawhi plays for the Clippers. If Kawhi Leonard has a Sugar Shack contract, it's not gonna say, hey man, this is only if he plays the day he stops playing for the Clippers, we take this endorsement away. Are you crazy? But yeah, y'all quiet in that comment section. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If they find this dude guilty, he needs to be removed from the National Basketball Association as an owner because he's coming out telling y'all he know the rules. And if he get caught lying, bro, they should take the hammer on the Clippers and destroy that whole team, starting with him.
I owned less than 3% of the company. There were investors who put in a lot more money than I did. I had no board seat. I had no control. Heck,
if you had no board seat and had no control, how in the blue hell did they say in that contract of Kawhi's that only if Kawhi Leonard played with the Clippers, he would get his money? If Kawhi Leonard left the Clippers, he wouldn't get no more payments. Make it make sense.
The fraudulent company. It's possible nobody had any control. And now you look back and say, could I believe anything they said? Could their employees have been believing anything they said? I don't know. But at the time, it was.
He's playing a dangerous game because him throwing that company under the bus, man, now who knows what them people going to say to the feds? Who knows now what them people gonna say to the NBA league officials? You know them NBA officials gonna have them private investigators investigating everything. Who knows what they gonna say now that he went on? The last thing he should have did was just went on and say something. Steve Ballmer made the biggest mistake, and this is how I know he ain't got no sense. I seen the brother video talking about some. Oh, Steve Ballmer wouldn't be stupid enough to do this. Yeah, he seemed like he would. Only a damn fool would go out here talking without your lawyer. Steve Ballmer went on ESPN tonight and did a full interview on this, and this man didn't even have no lawyer with him. And not only that, why is he speaking on this situation? Any lawyer worth their salt would have told this man, don't say a word. Anything you say can be used against you. The company, Aspiration, has been under federal investigation since January of 2024. As of this year, a couple months ago, two of the guys in that company that was leading that company got caught up in fraudulent activity, defrauding, I think, $248 million. Right? So the feds were all over that company. When they went and looked at that paperwork and seen who they owed money because they filed bankruptcy, Kawhi Leonard, who had just created a LLC under his name. He put it as KL2 Aspire LLC. What's Kawhi's name? Kawhi Leonard. What's his number? 2. And it said Kawhi Leonard. So he created the LLC to get the bread. Come on, man, stop this. Let's stop this, bro. So show me, did Kawhi Leonard create LLCs to get the money under other endorsements? This is gonna be easy work. Did Kawhi Leonard create an LLC to get payments from New Balance? Why would Kawhi Leonard have an LLC? Think about this, y'all. Why would Kawhi Leonard have an LLC to get payments under this company? But the question is did Kawhi Leonard have an LLC to get payments under New Balance? Ooh, see? I'm trying to tell y'all this. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. Y'all know I'm cooking tonight. I'm not taking no prisoners. Y'all know I'm cooking tonight. And they're rumoring that Kawhi Leonard had cut another side deal for another $20 million with the company directly. Steve Ballmer allegedly invested $50 million, they're saying, in the company. Kawhi Leonard was getting $28 million and cut a side deal for 20 more, according to allegations. That's $48 million. Steve Ballmer invested 50. It sounds like he invested 50. Y'all keep 2, and we'll funnel. That's what they're trying to allege. He funneled Kawhi $48 million through this company. Think about what I just said. Come on, man. And he got people here talking about, what does this matter? You guys are disgusting, man. Cut this shit out, man. It's called integrity in the National Basketball Association. And stop always trying to point fingers at everybody else. The finger's on the Clippers right now, nigga. That company's on a federal investigation, nigga. Now you ask me, it was Kawhi Leonard's name. Did he get money from endorsements, any other endorsements funneled through his LLC? If he did, then hey, man. But how is Kawhi Leonard getting paid from his other endorsements? Because their show that Kawhi Leonard created an LLC as soon as he got this endorsement with Aspiration to get his money funneled through there. Think about what I just said. And that's not true. The only way to prove it. You can have workers who testify against Kawhi Leonard. That's what happened on Pablo Torre's show. There was a former worker for the company who testified that Kawhi Leonard's money was to funnel and was to avoid the salary cap for the LA Clippers. Did you watch the video? They have 7 employees that are speaking out, that are whistleblowers. One of them went on Pablo Torre's show. See? Now the NBA is going to investigate. They're going to interview those people. Now, when you interview these people, and think about what I just said. To the person who said you're not mad he's getting extra money, yeah, that's because you're a shit stain. That's why. It ain't about you getting extra money, shit stain. It ain't about you getting endorsements. It's about you cheating the league, nigga. Period. It's about you cheating the league to get competitive advantages, stack teams, get players you normally wouldn't be able to get, and other teams can't get because they're cap strapped, because they're all fighting underneath a certain rule that these dudes allegedly ain't playing by. Cut the shit, nigga. It's cheating. It's the same thing as if you put something in your arm and get on that court. It's just a money game, nigga. What is you talking about? You guys are clowns. And y'all twist shit up and you sound like a bunch of effing idiots. And I'm going to cook your ass 3 the hard way. Because when they nail their ass to the wall, because it's going to be hard to get around that paperwork and them snitches who worked in that company. Because you know they're going to interview all of them. All of them. So let's keep going.
It's an exciting deal for us to go do. Now, we had already signed our deal with Kawhi Leonard. We signed that in August of 21. It was a 4-year deal, 4th year at his option. It was the most that we could pay him. That was the most we could do it under the rules, if you will. I've been excited about that, even though we knew Kawhi had to rehab a year from a torn ACL. So, kind of okay, this is going to work. This is really going to work, and it did. All done. I remember where I was. We're very excited. That would have been August. In September, we got the deal done for sponsorship and investment. We announced that. And at that time, we hadn't even introduced, Aspiration hadn't asked, or we hadn't introduced for sure, Kawhi to Aspiration. We were done. They were done.
He said we didn't introduce. What do you mean we didn't introduce? What do you mean we didn't introduce Kawhi to Aspiration, to the endorsement company? Don't the endorsement companies introduce themselves to the player's agent, the representative? Let's keep going. Just food for thought.
We're done with Kawhi. We were done with Aspiration. The deals were all locked and loaded. Then they did request to be introduced to Kawhi under the rules.
So they requested to be introduced to Kawhi, huh? They requested. Let me ask you a question. This is how you know it's full of shit. He said they requested to be introduced to Kawhi. Why didn't they just go to Uncle Dennis? Why didn't they just go to the representative? Why would they ask? And think about this, y'all. Why would they want to be introduced to Kawhi, pay him all that money, where he was getting paid more money than everybody else in the company, and he didn't have to do nothing, no promotional events, nothing? What were they getting out of Kawhi being a part of that company? What were they? Bro, anytime you sign an endorsement deal, you have to represent that endorsement deal. You have to represent and present whatever their product is. You have to promote that. If you got Nikes, you got to wear Nikes. Can't wear any other company. You have to wear Nike. As far as shoes, you got to wear Nikes. They said Kawhi Leonard was the only endorsee over there that they had signed that didn't do any promotions. To the person who says out of all the NBA players, why Kawhi? You idiot. I told you this 1,000 times. Kawhi Leonard dumbass got caught up, not because of anything in the NBA, you fool. Kawhi Leonard got caught up because the company was getting investigated by the feds, nigga, since 2024. The company Aspiration, which was a scam, was getting investigated by the feds since January 2024. During the investigation, the company had filed bankruptcy. They filed bankruptcy, and when they filed bankruptcy, they had to put out paperwork showing people they owed money to. And guess whose name came up on the list, nigga? Kawhi Leonard. That was a surprise to everybody because they said, hold on. What the hell was Kawhi doing with this company? We never saw him promoting this shit. So what did they do? They went and looked at everybody else who was signed as a promotional person to that company. And what happened? They found that Kawhi Leonard was the only one The only one who never promoted the company. And his contract stated that the only way it would be broken is if he didn't play for the Clippers. Make it make sense. Let's keep going.
We can introduce.
Nah, I ain't misunderstanding you. You come in here capping, you gonna get stir-fried, nigga. Cause I ain't on it. I ain't on the cap. I already know what's up. See, y'all can't come run that game on me. I'm surgical with this thing, nigga. Y'all can't run this game on me. I'm surgical with this thing, nigga. And that's facts.
Our sponsors to our athletes, we just can't be involved. We made an introduction that was in early November, well past when all of this happens. We had a chance recently to go through all of our relations with Aspiration. This is where you get to kind of how you prove this stuff. We, as a part of our cooperation with the Department of Justice and the Securities and Exchange Commission, we had produced text, emails. We'd already gone through all this stuff because it was part of document production in their investigations. And we even found the email that makes the first introduction. It was early November. I won't remember the exact date. So where could any of this circumvention have happened? It didn't. It couldn't have. The introduction got made, and then they were off to the races on their own. We weren't involved. I eventually learned that they had reached a deal. I have no idea what the deal was.
So he had no idea that the deal didn't entail Kawhi Leonard doing nothing. This is what he said. I had no idea that Kawhi Leonard didn't have to do shit to get this deal. I had no idea. No idea that Kawhi Leonard was getting paid $28 million. And the clause in his contract is that if he left the Clippers, that's the only way he couldn't get that money. Are you serious? Are you serious? But y'all sit up here and believe these dudes, man. Like I said before, that comes back guilty in that investigation, they should remove this dude from the league forever, because that would mean that he's the lowest of the low if he's found guilty. Notice he ain't say he gonna sue Pablo Torre. This is one of the ones where this is lawsuit worthy. Peep this now, everybody. He's a billionaire. Tons times over, billionaire. You think if somebody come to destroy his business like that, you don't think that this man automatically gonna come out and say he's suing Pablo Torre for defamation of character? He would have destroyed and ended Pablo Torre. He don't want that smoke, in my opinion. He don't want this to go to discovery. He don't want to go that deep on this. That's why y'all not hearing none of these dudes talk about suing Pablo Torre. Think about what I just said. And we sit up here, and my nigga Atlanta, shout out to Atlanta, man. That's my boy, man. Atlanta talk this shit all the time. And niggas used to be looking at Atlanta. Atlanta used to say, man, that nigga, man. He said, man, that nigga ain't doing nothing, man. That nigga ain't even got 10,000 points. Nigga, man, come on, man. Y'all nigga putting that nigga in cat. Bro, he was never lying, bro. This dude name is really Kala. It's disgusting, man. You got all these other teams out here that have to actually fight by the rules. I'm talking about small market teams. They got to play by the rules because they don't have the money to do this shit, to do all this other stuff. This dude actually got the money, the most money. Come on, bruh.
You see how this looks to the average fan, right? You're invested in the company. It's $50 million as your investment. You're part of the biggest raise that they have as part of the whole building of that company. Then your star player gets a contract for $28 million.
And then they didn't even talk about this part. Look at the diabolical part that the Boston Journal put out today, the Boston Sports Journal, y'all. Read the first paragraph. The $28 million deal was to be paid in quarterly installments over 4 years. But it was not the only compensation that Kawhi received, y'all. According to a high-level source, Kawhi Leonard also cut a side deal with aspiration to receive an additional $20 million in company stock. The stock was paid out from Sandberg's personal holdings in the company over 4 years. That would be a total of $48 million. How much money did Steve Ballmer invest in the company? He invested $50 million. Do the math. Half of these niggas lying in their rhymes. And you got people who will come, and that's why I had to get on my brother. I love my brother, Dreamers Pro, but this nigga do videos on LeBron James every single day, and we know we don't like LeBron James, bro. We gotta keep that same energy with Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, bro. I'm sorry, man. It's all about integrity. When we get in this sports thing, bro, we got to have integrity, bro. We got to call this thing how it is, man. Straight like that, bro. Make it make sense. Old boy came with paperwork, my G. He came, Pablo Torre came with a paperwork party. And Mark Cuban them can say anything they want to say. They ain't saying they gonna sue him. They ain't saying they gonna sue him. And Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Dennis got a history of allegations, of asking for all types of crazy and alleged illegal demands. Look it up. Google it. Google it. And teams told them allegedly, nah, we can't do that. Look it up.
He's not required to do anything as part of that contract. He doesn't actually do anything to promote their company.
Right. Who paying? I want y'all to think about this. Who paying a nigga $28 million from a promotional company and you ain't got to promote nothing? Man, nigga, you going to be out here every day. You going to be wearing our product. Listen, bro. You don't even see Kawhi Leonard wearing one t-shirt. Make it make sense. Now, why would he not promote the company and do none of this stuff? To keep it under the table, Lebowski, allegedly. So that nobody would be tipped to look at, oh, he's the sponsor. That's a sponsorship for him. Nobody would look at that and notice. The only reason why it got noticed is because the company was being investigated by the feds since the beginning of last year, and they went bankrupt. And on the bankruptcy, it dropped the papers work of the people they owed money to. And Kawhi Leonard's name was on that list. That's the only reason why he got caught. For being a part of this agency. This sponsorship. Now, what's the chances that Steve Ballmer donates $50 million? He invests $50 million in his company. And Kawhi Leonard gets $28 million straight up, and then allegedly cuts a $20 million side deal. That's $48 million. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Nigga, I was born that night, not last night.
And he signs an extension with you guys right in and around the same time.
Yep.
You can see it looks like what it looks like.
Let's talk to the fan. We signed that deal with Kawhi before any of this. Before Kawhi even knows these people. We've signed our deal. That's high integrity.
No, right, hold on. That's what you saying. That's what you saying. Who's to tell us that you didn't tell Kawhi, hey, man, we got something for you anyways. Just sign the deal. We're going to have something else for you as soon as you sign this deal. We're going to have this sponsorship over here. We're going to get everything lined up for you. Who's to say you didn't do it like that? We supposed to just take your word for it?
We made our deal with aspiration. Literally, I had no control over the company. Literally, even when I invested, I think there was somebody who put in 6 times as much money as I did.
Hold on. He said he had no control, but in Kawhi's contract, it says clearly that the only way his contract can be terminated is if he doesn't play for the Clippers. But you had zero control. Zero control. Think about what? Zero control. What's the chances that y'all think about this. Kawhi Leonard got other sponsorships. New Balance. Is Kawhi Leonard getting paid through an LLC for New Balance? Look it up. They're going to look up all this shit I'm telling y'all. Because that LLC Kawhi Leonard has that he was getting paid from this company, Aspiration, through, Yeah, they're reporting that company was created. The LLC was created right before Kawhi Leonard signed that deal. Like it was created right before he signed that deal, and then he would get that money through the LLC, KL2 Aspire LLC. Kawhi Leonard and his number two. I mean, why would you even make it that name, bro? You making it that name is a dead giveaway. But they don't want to give Kawhi Leonard this cooking, man. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm sorry, man. I got too much integrity over here, man. Too much integrity, man. When I come cook LeBron James and I stay on his helmet, bro, that shit don't be for cap. That shit be for real. But guess what? Your boy Ticket, I'm going to keep that same energy when it comes to Kawhi and the rest of these dudes. I'm going to keep that same energy. And if everybody else don't keep it, we can't respect how you moving. You got to keep the same energy when you're doing journalism. If not, people ain't going to respect it.
No control. And that's okay. The average fan should understand that. And they went off and made a deal. I don't know what the deal is. Mm-hmm. I know what the report.
He don't know what Kawhi's deal was with them. Lord Jesus have mercy, man. Come on, bro. What are we doing, man? You donate $50 million. Kawhi Leonard gets a $28 million deal with them. That's more than anybody else over there, and he doesn't get. And they say he cut another side deal allegedly of $20 million, which is $48 million, and you don't know nothing. Come on, bro. If this man is found guilty, he should be removed from the NBA because he blatantly went on national TV and lied too. He has no integrity if he's caught, if they're found guilty. That means he would have no. If he's found innocent, I apologize to him. But I'm telling y'all this right now. No integrity, man. He would have if he's found guilty.
Sorry with the speculation. I don't know what the deal is or was. And frankly, I can't even tell you whether it's this much different, that much different, or not different at all from some of the other endorsement contracts that athletes do.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll tell you what's different. First of all, they say Kawhi was getting more money than all them other guys that was actually over there promoting the company. So why was Kawhi Leonard getting more money to these other guys who was endorsing them, and they were actually promoting, but Kawhi was getting more money and didn't have to do nothing? Make it make sense.
In terms of amount, I don't know. I actually don't know the amounts of most endorsement deals. But
nah, they should not suspend Steve Ballmer for a whole season. They should remove him as an owner from the National Basketball Association if he's found guilty. Kawhi, they should strip him of his contract and suspend him for a whole season. Period. I wouldn't play no games with these clowns. Because I'm going to tell you something. You got to send a harsh message on stuff like this, man. This is disgusting. And Steve Ballmer, for him to be a billionaire, he don't got too much common sense. Bro, this man should not have said nothing. Why is he on national TV talking? This is an investigation going on, bro. You don't say nothing. Your lawyer tells you don't say nothing. You shut your mouth. Anything can and will be used against you. And I'm going to tell you where he made a mistake. He threw those investors under the bus and said they scammed him. So now what would those investors say about Steve Ballmer? Because if that was me, the first thing I'm doing is getting them investors on the phone. Them dudes he calls scam artists, I'm getting them on the phone. I'm asking them straight up, what was the nature of your deal with these guys? What was the nature of your deal with Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard? Because Steve Ballmer says you guys scammed him. Said it right there on ESPN. Straight up. I guarantee you, what you think they're going to do?
When you look at Forbes magazine and they talk about the highest paid athletes, many of those top athletes, as Kawhi was a top athlete, is a top athlete, you read those things and they say they make more off endorsements than they do their, very large salaries. So I don't know what to expect.
So they make more off endorsements than they do their salaries. What are you talking about, sir? Cut it out, Steve Ballmer. Cut it out, dog. Talking about they make more off their endorsements than they do their salary. Kawhi Leonard was making $28 million. They said he cut a $20 million side deal, allegedly, which would have been $48 million. These people crazy as hell. This is disgusting, man. And people scared to tell the truth on this, man. I'm telling y'all, man. You gotta have some type of morals and ethics, bro, when it comes to this reporting, man. This is how you lose credibility. This is how you lose subscribers. This is how you lose followers. When you don't keep that shit 100 across the board, people don't respect that shit.
think the average fan may not either. But we did things by the book, and I don't know what those deals should look like, nor do I know what this one looked like specifically.
So why do you think they gave him that much money?
Solía sentirme como la persona más aburrida.
Ramona. You ain't been asking no good questions like I want you to ask, but that's a great question. Why do you think they gave Kawhi Leonard that much money, especially when he ain't doing shit? What promotional company you know giving a guy all that damn money that ain't did a damn thing? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
And I don't know what those deals should look like, nor do I know what this one looked like specifically.
So why do you think they gave him that much money?
Let me just repeat, I don't know how much money they gave him.
Well, in the court documents and in
You
Pablo's
don't know how much money they gave him, but it's all in the paperwork. They gave him $28 million. Bro, I don't trust this guy. We don't trust you. It's in the paperwork. You didn't read this whole situation that's going on with your team to see what they said they was paying Kawhi? How in the blue hell do we know on YouTube, but you don't know, man? And you the owner of your team that's going through the situation right now, man. Lord have mercy, bro. This is disgraceful, bro. I tell you right now, man, this exposes how the world works, man. I'm telling y'all this, man. This is absolutely disgusting, man. He don't know nothing. He the owner of a team, a billionaire, and he don't know nothing. I don't know nothing, man. What? But y'all going for this shit hook, line, and sinker. Shout out to my boy BX in the building. BX know what time it is, man.
Yes, they reported it was $28 million.
Pablo's podcast, I don't know anything about the court documents on this. I haven't seen them and I don't know. I'm not trying to be, I don't know. I really don't know. But the speculation is what it is. And why did they do that?
A lot of money. I mean, $28 million, $7 million a year is a lot of money for a guy that you didn't actually require to do anything.
Right. Nothing. Think about that. Who in the blue hell is giving you $28 million to do nothing? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Plus, they say he cut another $20 million deal. And everybody get Kawhi pass because that nigga quiet. I don't get that nigga no pass. I don't trust you, nigga. I don't give him no pass. They can get Kawhi pass. I ain't get that nigga no pass. Y'all, anybody, any nigga who know my channel, they know how I roll. I ain't get that nigga no pass, nigga. That nigga ain't getting no pass around here, bro. Zero, nigga. We cook that nigga getting cooked 3 the hard way, nigga. Them niggas come in here and talk about LeBron James every day. Every day they talk about LeBron James. Every day without no problem. But this nigga Kawhi get a pass. Man, that niggas got to be crazy as hell, man. Real fucking journalism over here, nigga. Putting pressure on niggas. And I got Pablo back. Straight like that. Why he ain't sue Pablo? Why he ain't say I'm filing a lawsuit against Pablo for defamation of character and destroying my team? Why he ain't file a lawsuit? Because he don't want that to go to discovery. Because now you get into that paperwork. People got to go to court. Now you tipping on the side of the criminal side, potentially. You don't want the feds to get involved in that. Oh, nigga shitting bricks now.
I don't know why they did what they did, and I don't know how different it is. I really don't. And Frank,
he doesn't know why they did what they did. So you don't know why the company didn't have Kawhi ever promote them. You don't know why the company told Kawhi, if you don't play for the strippers, we ain't paying you no more. You don't know nothing. Y'all going for this? I got a bridge in Idaho to sell every last one of y'all right now. I got a bridge in Idaho to sell all of y'all right now. And y'all wonder why the strippers ain't never win. They all this stuff and they still be getting stripped down. All this over a weak knee, part-time playing. Come on, man. Come on, man. Silent assassin. Walking around here acting like he don't know nothing.
any speculation would be crazy. These are guys who committed fraud. How would I be able? Look.
So they committed fraud, bro. Oh, I love this. He throwing them under the bus, boy. If I'm Pablo or anybody else, I'm immediately going to those two guys and getting interviews with them right now from the company, and I'm asking them straight up. Because if they snitch on him, to me, if they snitch on Steve, he gonna try and say, "Hey, look, man, these guys are fraudulent. They're liars. How can you trust them?" Nah, we don't trust you. Guess what? I don't trust none of you, but I trust them before I trust you.
They conned me.
You're one of the richest men in America.
He said they conned me on national TV. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Hey, I'm cooking on this every day. I'm cooking on this every day. Every day we cooking on this. This is disgusting. Y'all want to come in here and talk about LeBron James every single day. Y'all don't wore the internet out talking about LeBron James. But nigga don't want to keep that same smoke for Kawhi Leonard, bro. This is disgusting to me, bro. I swear to God, bro. And I got love for you niggas. This ain't even personal, nigga. This shit is about respect, my nigga. This shit is about dignity, my nigga. This shit is about journalistic integrity, my nigga. Straight up, because guess what? Regardless of what we think, LeBron James ain't never failed no PED test. But y'all niggas will still make videos anytime somebody come out and say, "Hey, man, LeBron James look like he owns something." Nigga, Pablo Torre don't came out and dropped paperwork, nigga. And mofos around here biting their tongue. And they ain't got nothing to say. Ain't nothing to say at all. And they got very minimal to say. That's why when Kwame Brown said, "Nigga, it's all about who we like," man, that nigga ain't never lied, bro. It's all about who they like, bro. This shit is disgusting.
I made an investment in these guys thinking it was on the up and up, and they conned me. At this stage, I have no ability to predict why they might have done anything they did, let alone the specific contract with Kawhi.
I mean, you're one of the richest men in America. You've obviously...
Right. You one of the richest men in America, but you say you out here getting conned. But you don't got people that's watching people that's watching people. And like I said before, man, let me tell y'all something. This shows y'all the richest people in the world will step on everybody else to get where they at. Bro, you don't get to where you at without being ruthless, bro. I'm telling y'all this, bro. I'm telling y'all this, bro. This is disgusting work, bro. And this is the strippers getting exposed in front of the world. In front of the whole world, Craig. Why haven't one time this man said he gonna sue Pablo for lying? Why haven't he said that? My man, please don't disrespect Showtime and Mookie, man. That's my brothers, man. Please don't do that on my channel, bro. Please don't do that on my channel, bro. I'm gonna ask you, please don't do that respectfully, bro. Showtime, my guy, that's my nigga. Straight like that. Please, I'm gonna ask you, please don't do it. Next time, block your ass. Because Showtime did a video about it. And Showtime wasn't even denied. Showtime, I heard his video. The only brother I really am irked at right now is my boy Dreamers Pro. And I love Dreamers Pro, but that nigga's crazy. That nigga going on LeBron every day. That nigga ain't got the smoke for Kawhi Leonard. He ain't got the smoke for Big Head Steve Ballmer. No, we can't move like that.
Done very well in your career in business. Like, you didn't smell anything wrong with the company. You didn't see anything wrong. Like, you obviously reviewed the financials before you got involved with the business proposal.
I reviewed, my staff reviewed primarily fraudulent financials. Now, should I have sniffed it out? Maybe. I feel embarrassed and kind of silly that I didn't sniff it out.
Now you throw your staff under the bus. Come on, man. Bro, this is crazy. Bro, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Top Notch T, we not saying this stuff don't happen a lot. What we saying is we talking about Kawhi Leonard right now in the Clippers. We ain't talking about nobody else right now. We talking about Kawhi Leonard and the LA strippers. And I'm going to tell you something, man. I would make Steve Ballmer ass go up on Congress. This is something that you should make them dudes go up on Congress. Make his ass the same way baseball did all them other dudes. The way they did, what's the white dude name that played baseball that they said was on steroids? The way they made all them dudes go up there and testify before Congress under oath, under the penalty of perjury, they should make his ass go up before Congress. Congress should call him up and make him. Dreamers Pro did a live stream. My nigga was capping the whole time. And I love Dreamers Pro. That nigga was capping. That nigga out here throwing softballs, nigga. That nigga ain't hitting this shit hard like he hit LeBron James. That nigga do 300 videos on LeBron James, and I agree with him on damn near all of them. But nah, nigga, we got to get Kawhi Leonard. Got to get this smoke, nigga. No, nigga, that's my guy. I fucks with Dreamers Pro. I rocks with them heavy, nigga. But nah, Kawhi Leonard got to get this smoke, bro. Bro, we the last of a dying breed as far as the media, man. These dudes got to get this equal opportunity smoke. Period. The chimney got to be full of smoke for this. Mark McGuire, yes, all them dudes, man, they need to call his ass up there under the penalty of perjury. Make his ass get up there under the penalty of perjury, and I get Kawhi ass up there too. All three of them.
But I didn't. I made the investment. A lot of other smart investors didn't sniff it out either. It's also true I've made a bunch of bad business deals and investments in my life, and I've made some good ones. This was fraud and a bad investment, and I'm embarrassed by that.
Yeah. When you signed Kawhi in 2019, the NBA had an investigation that his uncle, Dennis Robertson, asked for extra benefits.
Yep, let's get to that. I'm starting to like Ramona Shelburne right now. Let's get to that.
Whether it be use of a plane, a house, guaranteed endorsement opportunities. And at the end of that investigation, you were cleared of wrongdoing. But they left open by saying if any new information comes to light, they would reopen that. So since 2019, has Dennis Robertson asked you for any other benefits that would be in violation of the league rules?
They know the rules. They, meaning Kawhi and his representatives, including his uncle. We know the rules. And if anything's not clear, we remind ourselves what the rules are. And we make absolutely clear we're going to abide by those rules. And they understand them as well. And it's important for them to abide by them, which they have.
So
now, he says they've abided by the rules, but he says he don't know the terms of the contract that they had. So how do you know they abided by the rules? How do you know they abided by the rules if you don't know the terms of the contract that Kawhi Leonard had with Aspiration Company? How do you know that? How can you say that and you just sit up here and act like, where's Waldo? You don't know shit. I don't know. I truly don't know. Oh, I know they followed the rules, though. Man, these dudes is amateurs, bro.
One of the largest creditors in the bankruptcy case. And you said in your statement you're looking forward to cooperating with the feds. You're looking forward to cooperating with the NBA investigation.
The feds. Oh, yes. Please get the feds involved. Because I hope to God they make this nigga testify before the federal. Boy, I want this shit to be major. I want to, because y'all niggas thought I was joking when I called them niggas strippers. When I say strippers, I'm talking about stripped down. Strippers. Straight stripping. Stripping ain't easy. I told everybody, I'm the one that gave that name. The strippers. They got stripped. They stay getting, and like Pastor told y'all, they stay getting stripped down. Stay taking L's getting stripped down. And this going to be the big one right here. I hope he talked to the feds. I hope he tell the feds everything he just told ESPN right now. I hope he tell the feds that under the penalty of perjury so they can do a full federal investigation. Let's get to that. I want a full federal investigation into Steve Ballmer.
Why? What are you looking forward to there?
Well, the Clippers are actually the creditor. It's not on the investment that I am a creditor. It's on what they owed us for the sponsorship deal. And, I just lost my investment. That's what happened there. Why am I looking forward to? It's really important to me to communicate to the NBA ecosystem, but particularly our Clipper fans, that we've been on the up and up. Since the day I bought the team, and the circumstances were definitely tough, you've really emphasized doing things the right way. Doing things the right way, whether it's the way we treat our fans, our players, our staff, the rules, do things the right way. And I want our fans to really
Did y'all do Doc Rivers the right way when y'all blamed him for Paul George throwing that bitch off the side of the backboard in the playoffs? When you kept Paul George, but you blamed Doc Rivers, did you do Doc Rivers the right way? Did you do Doc Rivers the right way when Kawhi Leonard, lame ass, weak knee ass, came up short down the stretch in all them games against the Denver Nuggets? Did you do Doc Rivers right? Who was there for all the bad years? Did you do Doc Rivers right, man? The hell up, man. The hell up, man.
Understand that they've aligned themselves, that they support an organization that does things the right way. I mean, that's fundamental. We welcome the league investigation. We have nothing to hide, and in fact, we're glad for that opportunity also to tell our story because we think it's important, and it's important for me, for our fans, to really understand that we're going to do the right thing.
Since you signed Kawhi, and really even back to his days in San Antonio, there have been stories like this. There have been a couple of lawsuits filed. There was a lawsuit filed from a man named Johnny Wilkes, who said that he received payments for his influence there.
Thank you. Keep going. Keep cooking, Ramona. Keep cooking on this. Because, see, Dreamers Pro, I love you, bro. This is the shit we got to talk about, bro. We have to really tell the truth about. We have to kick in on this shit right here, bro. Because all this stuff right here have been under the radar. It ain't just Dreaming Pro. I'm talking about all the content creators in the basketball community. It's funny how we got so much energy for LeBron James because he's loud, boisterous, and we don't like him. But since Kawhi's quiet, we let him get away with every single thing and make all these lame-ass excuses. Nah, dog. If it smell like fish, if it look like fish, homie, I ain't got to tell your ass we at Captain D's, nigga.
Randy Shelton, the former trainer.
Dismissed by the court.
The league has investigated you guys for some of these allegations. There's been issues with load management with Kawhi Leonard. There's been other issues with him. There's just a lot of smoke, right? And you say it's important to fans.
A lot of smoke. And the only one that's been giving them all the smoke on this is Ticket. I'm the only one that's been giving them niggas all the smoke on Kawhi for years. Ticket.
For you to feel like you do it on the up and up, but you can understand why the average fan would go, okay, always with this guy. Like, why is there always these kind of stories with this guy?
I don't know. I think because he is, relatively doesn't speak much. I think there's a lot of mystery around Kawhi, and that may be why fans kind of tell themselves, create a narrative, if you will. I've had a great relationship with Kawhi. I've gotten to know him a little bit. We sit down a couple times a year and just kind of talk about how the team's doing. The allegations, have not been true. But what's most important to me is we've done the right thing in all those interactions. And Kawhi's business is Kawhi.
The person who said this would go away quietly, you a lying capping ass nigga. Straight like this, and I'm gonna tell you straight like this, sir. I'm block your ass off my channel. You a liar. You a liar. This ain't going away quietly, sir. You a damn lie. You going away loudly from my channel, though, because you a liar. This ain't going away quietly. The league doing an investigation, and the feds is involved, nigga. So this is not going away quietly. We not going to let it in the basketball streets. We not letting this go away quietly. You don't see all these content creators that are talking about this? We ain't letting this go away quietly. They ain't getting away with this. No, we going to get an answer. We going to find out if it's innocent or guilty. Period. Before we let this one go.
Business, but we've always done the right thing.
Have you spoken to Kawhi about any of these allegations since the podcast came out on Wednesday?
I have not, no.
Of course not.
Would you be interested?
Of course he hasn't spoken to Kawhi. He doesn't know nothing. He hadn't said nothing. He hadn't seen nothing. This man say he don't know nothing. Multi-billionaire don't know nothing. Make it make sense. Ain't talked to nobody. He gonna sit up here and tell y'all with a straight face he ain't talked to. I haven't talked to Kawhi since this. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like I said before, y'all can believe this if y'all want to.
See what he has to say?
It's really his business with aspiration. Mm-hmm. So, I wouldn't ask about it, no.
If this story had come out about another team...
You wouldn't ask about it, but it's throwing your entire franchise under the bus right now, calling out the integrity of you and Kawhi Leonard, but you wouldn't ask Kawhi nothing about this and say, hey, Kawhi, what's up with this, man? You wouldn't ask nothing? Bro, y'all nigga, like I said before, man. As I said before, man.
Team, another owner. How would you feel about it?
I'd want the league to investigate, take it seriously. Like I said earlier, the salary cap circumvention rules are important to the league, and I'd want the league to investigate.
Mm-hmm. And just so we're clear, you never directed anyone from Aspiration to do an endorsement deal with Kawhi Leonard?
No, I didn't. And more importantly, we, the Clippers, did not. We didn't give them direction. We made an introduction as is appropriate under the rules. A lot of sponsors do like to, they call it activate by doing something also with players. We made the introduction, and that was that.
Do you think, given this situation and other teams and the commonplace of stars doing a deal with a team sponsor, do you think the league should maybe look at that practice and maybe adjust that because of the appearance of impropriety or because of situations like this?
That would really be up to the league office to think about. I mean, as the rules stand today, it would almost be disrespectful to tell a sponsor, no, I won't introduce you to that player. And it would be disrespectful to go to the player and say, yeah, somebody was interested in meeting you, but I won't tell you. The rule says we're allowed to do that. I think it's the respectful thing, actually, for us to do. And I think the system has worked well, but ultimately that's the NBA's call.
How do you the Board of Governors meeting is in a few days. How do you think your fellow owners are going to approach this?
I don't know. I hope they'll have faith and confidence in me, the folks who've gotten to know me, but I can't predict.
Cool. All right, thanks.
Well, I hope your ass is out of there. Straight like that. I'm telling you what it is, what a TI is. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest with y'all. Y'all can sit up here and cap for all these dudes all y'all want to. I don't believe a word that came out this dude's mouth. Point blank period. I don't believe a word that came out of his mouth. I think he's lying through his teeth. And I think Ramona Shelburne should have asked him, are you planning on suing Pablo Torre? Are you planning on taking Pablo Torre to court and suing him because you're saying this is all a lie and his report is a lie? So why wouldn't you sue him? Why wouldn't you take him to court where y'all have to go through discovery to where evidence has to be presented and a judge will be able to rule on this thing? Why won't you do that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, share, subscribe, man. Like I said before, man, integrity over everything, man. Integrity over all y'all dudes that's on YouTube. Y'all jump out here to make videos, and ladies too. I'm calling all that shit out. Y'all jump on here to make videos about LeBron James every day. I don't see none of this smoke for Kawhi Leonard. I'm ashamed of all of y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Big dog talking, nigga. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.